also want to acknowledge and thank for their support Representative Christie, who is here, Representative Marcia Langman Vassal, who is here, and Senator DePalma, who is here as well. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. Before we go, before you get out and speak to your representatives, it's important, I think, to quote from the Gospel of, this may not be a gospel that all of you know, but the Gospel of Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life. Because in the film It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart is playing George Bailey, who is talking to the community of Bedford Falls about the importance of housing and about putting a roof over people's heads. And he says to the leaders of his community, he says, when people have housing, doesn't it make them better citizens? Doesn't it make them better customers? Doesn't it make them more engaged people? Because the right to housing and knowing that you have a non-leaky roof over your head and a little bit of a kitchen and maybe a bed to fall into at night after a hard day's work, those are fundamental rights for people. And without them, you feel disengaged and disconnected. When someone's turned away from housing here in our state, more than likely they're going to be sleeping in their car or maybe on a couch. And this is not for someone who can't afford the rent, but only for someone whose source of income is the wrong source somehow, as if there was a wrong source, as if somehow the greenness of money was different if it came from the federal government or from the Veterans Administration. Nothing could be worse than having the funds for rent and still being told that it's not good enough. And so with the words of George Bailey and the feelings of Jimmy Stewart in our heart, not to mention our Torah portion, remember that this legislation is revenue neutral. Tell your representatives this doesn't cost anything. This is a matter of equity, justice, and fairness. That's right. It's not costing anyone. What it's enabling, though, is engagement and dignity and the right to participate in the world as all of us are privileged to do.